Good afternoon, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and I am here with Savage Saturday 21. I know, I can't believe I've done 21 of these. The book we're reviewing today is Conan and the Daughters of Medora. I said Midori, I meant Medora. Alright, so I have a nice signed copy here by Mark Texeira. So, 2005, he signed it. I may send it out just because it's another signed Conan book. Just a regular cover. So obviously I got a few copies of this. Alright, but we're going to get into the review. So my highlighted Conan slab today is going to be Conan the Barbarian, #1 from the 2019 series with a black and white Mahmud Asrar cover. Just a beautiful cover. I think one of the best Conan artists that's working right now. I absolutely love his stuff. His art is amazing. And really super happy to have that one in the collection. But let's get on with the review. So Conan and the Daughters of Medora. Now, a lot of these tales open the same way, right? Whether it's Red Sonja or Conan, usually you can find them in a pub, drinking, in revelry, eating, causing a general havoc. And this is no different. Conan is talking with a dancer, and he's got a plan. He's tricking her into something, into telling on him. He's acting like the drunken fool a little bit. Because that's Conan's smart. He knows that she's going to go run into someone as soon as he makes her mad and blurt out his plan, which is what he wants. He's setting up to break out of something, to break into something else. Because this is at a point in his life where he's a thief again. So the setup is pretty good. And so Conan gets arrested, and after a big bar fight, he gets locked up. He breaks immediately out and goes for this giant black pearl that he wants to steal. But his reputation has preceded him. They already knew what his plan was, and as soon as he approaches the pearl, the king, his daughter Valenza, and a bunch of other guards enter the room, and Conan is captured again. Excuse me, dry throat. Anyway, so the reason he is not executed on the spot or locked up for life is they wanted him all along. Valenza is only one of the king's daughters. The other one, Hannah, has been kidnapped by a gentleman that was part of his staff, part of his royal guard and stuff, one of the magicians. And it was him and another guy up to be the advisor to the king, and he chose the other guy. This guy was mad, kidnapped his daughter, Hannah, who is the rightful heir to the kingdom after him. So now there's a problem, and they need Conan's help to solve it, because they've already sent people out on a rescue mission to save his daughter Hannah. None of them have returned. And so Kilver is the guy that took the daughter after he didn't get the promotion. And then you have King Medora, who is sending Conan on this quest to rescue his other daughter. Now, to make sure Conan doesn't just cut out of the kingdom and take off, he sends his other daughter Valenza, who's a trained warrior herself, and a couple other people with him. One who's a mute and one who's another warrior. So one's a hunter, and they set out on this journey. And we're not going to tell you a whole lot, except, of course, along the way, they meet peril. They fight other people. There's a bit of a monster, kind of a flash in the pan type of deal. And the story's very fast-paced, very quick. But Valenza and Conan become closer. He begins to understand her story through the questions that he's asking her, and he's very smart in the way he's picking it out and getting more information from her. And they finally reach the castle, and there's a good little twist there. We're not going to ruin it for you. This is a book you can buy for $5 on eBay, probably less. It's not an expensive read. It's a one-shot. But we're going to get into our ratings here. So first, let's go with the characterization of Conan. So, well, let's tell you who did the book first, right? So the cover artist is Mark Texeira. The interior art is Mark Texeira. Written and inked by Jimmy Palmiotti. And the coloring was done by Michelle Madsen. And I thought the colors were really good. Her coloring really fit Mark Texeira's art. So I thought it was a really nice blend. They married well together. Now, having said that, the writing was very fast. Now, it was succinct, it hit beats, but there was a lot of plot points that it rushed. There's relationships that are forwarded too quickly, romances that are forwarded too quickly, few plot conveniences for the sake of moving the plot along, and just really, really rushed when you're reading it. Now, having said that, it's still a fun read. The writing is a B plus. It's a B plus read, even though it's rushed. The characterization of Conan is pretty spot on. He's still a little young, so he's savage. The same things are getting him in trouble. His overconfidence gets him in trouble. He is clever, but overconfidence, drinking, women, these are the things that always vex him, right? Conan just thinks no matter what situation he's in, he's the guy to come out on top, and no one's going to convince him otherwise, be it beast, man, or sorcerer, whatever it is. And his overconfidence got him in a few issues in this. But characterization, A+. So the main main theme is a rescue mission. All right, and the rescue mission goes in a way you don't well, you anticipate it a few pages before the end, so they didn't do a great job of hiding it right up until the end, but it was still a fun little twist once you got there. So the art, cover art, interior art, both by Mark Texeira, A+. Really beautiful, really strong lines, really kinetic. It really moved the story along with the panels. And the panels are set up nicely too. So the layout's good, but the art is great. The coloring is great. And the ink job done by Jim Palmiotti is really good. But, so overall, the conclusion, we're going to give a B2. And the story itself will give a B2. And why they're both getting Bs is they're both very rushed. At least that's how it felt to me. Now, I've read this a few times. I'll keep reading this because it's a fun read. It's a great Conan read. So, having said that, it's still rushed. It's not perfect, but it's damn good. It's a lot of fun. It's Conan being Conan. It's situations you want to see our barbarian in, and it's kind of a blast. And the art elevates everything. Mark Texeira just did a great job on this. Michelle Madsen killed it with the coloring. Her colors fit his particular style of art really, really well. So, like I said, great pairing. So overall, guys, we're going to give this a B+. All right, not quite A or A+ tier, but it's a good solid B+. You're going to spend $5 on this, and you're not going to be upset. It's a good, fun little story. It's a story that, if we're talking about converting it to television, and this is an hour-long story in a half-hour format, so it was crunched together and a little fast. It's like they walked into the room and said, "Hey, Jim, we need a Conan story to publish for tomorrow. We got Mark working on the art. We need you to write something in 2 hours." And Jim said, "Give me 15 minutes." And they were off. But still, it's fun. And it's a quick read. So, B+ all around, guys. That's it for Savage Saturday 21. I hope you all are doing well. And until next time, keep it casual.